Come on, y'all. What's going on? It is Overseer J.C. Jones. Come on. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like, love, give me the thumbs up on YouTube. Make sure you are sharing. Listen, I'm right now sharing this over to the Facebook, just so everyone can be a part. My goodness. Welcome. Do what you already know how to do, and that is let somebody know that the drip is on. Let them know. Let them know. Let them know. The drip is on. Drip is on. Right here, right now, right here. Y'all better already recognize. Just begin coming on in. And when you get in over to YouTube, because some of y'all might have clicked the link from Facebook, which brought you over to YouTube, but you still can work it like YouTube. Just go into the chat. Hit that chat box and just begin chatting with me. Let me know you're here. Give me a great morning. You know how I like to do. Great morning, everybody. Great morning. Yes, come on. Great morning. Can I get a great morning? My goodness, I'm doing my shares over the message right now. I'm letting them know that the drip is dripping. We are on and popping. We are live and in living color. Listen, can't stop, won't stop, all of that stuff. Whatever saying you got that has to do with consistency, persistency, a will and determination that refuses to quit or stop. Listen, say that, all of that. We own that. My goodness, come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. Yeah. Just begin coming on over to the drip. You see, I'm down here, tack, because I'm letting you know. We in effect. We in the building. Somebody say we in the building. All right. Listen, I think that's gonna do it for me. That's gonna do it for me right there. Yeah. That's gonna do it for me. I'm about to go make sure I see my YouTube chat line so I know who is on. Great morning. Can I say it again? Great morning. Ooh wee. You know, I got something I need to share with y'all today. And I didn't have it up, but I'm about to put it up. Because I need to make sure you know what it is. You can't miss out. Faith and truth, y'all can't miss out. Everybody on Drip Nation, y'all can't miss out. And if you're in the Phoenix area, you can't miss out. I'm here to tell you something you don't want to miss out. I got a couple things, matter of fact, that I'm about to start adding to the list of letting y'all know what it is, so y'all don't miss it. Oh, now I'm up here struggling to find it. Come on, ain't a good look. It just ain't a good look. Oh, there we go. One. All right. Listen. First and foremost. Let me get this off the screen. This Thursday and Friday. Thursday is normally our Bible study night, but this Thursday and Friday, we're going to be in the building over at New Grace as we celebrate our pre-convocation revival for Gloria Grace Covenant Network. Come on, somebody. Let me put it on the screen. Pre-convocation revival. Pre-convocation revival. This Thursday and Friday, we got despise not thy youth. We got Elder David McNeil on Thursday and Elder Kevin Williams on Friday. Of course, our host is the presiding Bishop of Gloria Grace Covenant Network, Bishop Alondris E. Thompson Jr. The second is how I want to get technical about it, but Junior, my goodness, I need you in the building. I'm gonna be in the building. I'm gonna be in the building. Overseer is going to be in the building. Come on. Listen, make sure you just hit your chat. And YouTube, hit the chat so you can let me know you are on. I see people on, but I ain't seeing the chat. So let me know you are here and give me a great morning. Let me know, hey, Overseer, I'm here. I'm in the building. I'm in the building. Great morning. Great morning. Come on in. Great morning. On Facebook, great morning. YouTube, great morning. I got another thing that I'm going to begin sharing with y'all more and more in detail. This is just gonna be really slight, giving you a heads up. Put it on your calendar so you ready to go, so you understand. Listen, I got to get there. Let me get my ticket. If I'm not from Phoenix, if I am from Phoenix, let me make sure nothing is on my calendar. Let me put some days in at work so I can be off, so I can get all of it. Somebody say all of it. In October, matter of fact, October 10th through the 12th, Greater is here. It is our inaugural Holy Convocation for Glory and Grace Covenant Network here in Phoenix, Arizona. Listen, this is just a big flyer. We got day flyers of what's happening on Thursday all day, what's happening on Friday all day, and then Saturday, the official day. I'm going to tell you, you do not want to miss it. That's October 10th, 11th, 12th. Listen, be in the building. I think I'm doing a morning service on Friday. Oh yeah. I'm coming with the word strong. I'm gonna be your coffee on Friday morning, 10 a.m. hitting it. Then we got classes. Oh my goodness, we got a word, we got classes, then it's a break. We can go do lunch, some shopping, relaxation, and then we come back in the evening for an evening service to just really let them know that it ain't that dry in the desert. I know it's dry in the desert, but when it comes to us, ain't nothing dry about it. So October 10th, 11th, and 12th. I'll just keep sharing that. Make sure it's on your calendar. Great morning to you, Minister Greaves. I see you. Great morning. Welcome back. I'm glad you are home safely. We will talk in a little while, but I am just pleased that you are back. I said at church, hey, I'm praying for him until he get here on Phoenix land and his address. My prayers are covering and surrounding that man of God. Yeah. Y'all know what it is. My goodness, you know what? For the first time, something is not where it needs to be. Let me do one thing. I'm going to put something up. Give me 30 seconds. I want you to write down these dates for this week and all my faith and truth. I need you in the house this Thursday and Friday. But also, I need you to remember, Thursday, we don't have Bible study because we're going to be in the house on Thursday at New Grace House of Worship, celebrating our pre-convocation revival that I'm hosting Thursday night, matter of fact. But write the dates down. Make sure you put it in your calendar right now. You got it? Did you get it? I wanted to make sure you had it now. I just wanted to make sure you had it now. All right, listen. If you looked at the drip today, it said, what would God think about that? What would God think about that? Sometimes we need to ask ourselves that question. Sometimes we need to have a conversation with ourselves. When we're considering a decision making a move, sometimes, do you ever say, what would God think about that? Yeah, I know. It's difficult sometimes, right? Well, today on the Faith Drip, we're going to be doing just that. I know some of y'all are like, what is Overseer doing? Don't worry. You about to see. You about to see. I'm bringing up something I talked about yesterday. Just in part. Yesterday's service, off the chain. If you weren't there or did not see it, please go back. Go back and see that thing for yourself. Go back and see it for yourself. I'm here to tell you something. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. I'm gonna switch the vibe. Can I do it? Let's get it. All right. Now here's this thing. Was one of the referring scriptures yesterday. Wasn't the main scripture, but a referring scripture. And I said, you know what? I need to open and expound that a little bit more on Faith Drip. What would God think about that? I think sometimes we don't look at what would God think. Where is God at? What's going on with God? What would he think about what I got going on? But today, yeah, we're going to talk about what would God say about it. I need to know. Romans 12:1 says, therefore I urge you, brothers and sisters, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true and proper worship. It goes on to say, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will. See, all of us as believers should want to be pleasing God. We should want to be walking in and testing and approving, mean we are receiving his good, pleasing, and perfect will. I want it. Do you want it? Because I'm going to tell you, I want his will. I want his perfection. I want his goodness. I want his grace. I want his mercy. I sure don't want his wrath. I don't want his anger. But we sometimes in our want have to know what is required to get what we want. What you want. Do you know what's required to get it? Are you doing what's required to get it? See, a lot of us have these big old dreams. A lot of us have dreams that aren't far-fetched dreams. They're attainable dreams. Like, I can see it. But are you doing what's necessary to get it? Are you doing what's necessary to receive it? I'm using that word receive because if you believe that God can open doors for you, closed doors that, listen, you don't even want to go into, and that he is your source, then I have to have a mindset that I'm receiving something from God. But yes, I have to do the work. I have to do what is required. I have to do what is necessary. Somebody talk to me. I have to do what is necessary right now. Great morning, Sister Dawn, Mother Dawn. That's my mama right there. I got to do what's necessary. And then sometimes I have to ask myself, as I'm about to do, as I'm about to make a decision, as I'm in conversation, as I'm choosing, because God has given us so much choice. I have to say, what would God think about that? What would God think about me conforming to what they doing? Who's they? People that ain't worried about what God think about it. People who could care less about some fellowship, church, Bible study, the Bible. Let's just even keep it more simple. The Bible. That's listen, I mean, there's some good things in it. But I don't believe all of that. What are you saying? Some people wrote it. If those are people in your life and you are saying, you know what, put me on. Because you know how sometimes we're dealing with things and going through and we want to get put on. And we're looking at like, man, I'm looking for my breakthrough. And maybe you're not calling it breakthrough, but we know in the church lingo, that's a breakthrough. You're looking for some breakthrough. But we look for breakthrough in all the wrong places sometimes, don't we? Listen, we don't care where it come from. We don't care what they have, how dirty their hands are that's handing it to us. We don't care nothing about that long as we getting something. But what does God think about that? I just want to have a simple conversation to have us begin processing things just a little different. Processing things in a godly manner. Because that thing that God gave us of choice is a gift and a curse. A gift because, listen, it's so many doors we can walk through that He has ordained for us, that He has opened for us, that He has something magnificent waiting on the other side. But then there's these snaps, these snares and traps of the enemy, these doors that aren't godly at all, these people that could care less about loving the Lord with all your heart, mind, and soul. They could care less about putting no other God, thing, or person before me. That they could care less about being transformed by the renewing of your mind. They could care less. But because you thirsty, you hungry for an opportunity, because listen, you tired of being sick and tired. You're tired of waiting on your chance. You're tired of waiting on your season. You're tired of being in a dry season. You're tired of the checking and savings not adding up. You are just tired. That you would forego asking the question before you made a choice, before you made a decision, before you began an action, a thought. Of simply saying, you know what would God think about that? Yeah, I see you on the line. I must do what is necessary. Yeah. But that even there, we have to ask ourselves, like, I must do what is necessary, but I must do what is necessary that is pleasing to God. Because sometimes we can add things that are biblically true, but we can put our own personal stamp on it. Listen, by any means, I'm going to get it out the mud. And that means, listen, I'm going to come up. You ain't going to stop me. I'm unstoppable. Listen, I don't hear no's. I don't respect no's. But sometimes, what if it's God telling you no? What if it's God putting you on pause? What if it's God saying, not right now? What if it's God saying, hold on, not that door, but that door? But wait a minute, God, that door is bigger. That door is shinier. That door looks more lucrative. Yeah, but not that door, that door. But God, that door is small. It don't really look attractive. It don't really seem like anything is in it. Why? Look, don't you see that, God? Yes, I do, but not that door. See, when we have a mindset like by any means necessary, well, I'm going to get it out the mud. Ain't nobody going to stop me. Sometimes we ignore what God is trying to show us because it don't look like what we see. We don't look like what seems like. Listen, that's a sure win. That ain't nothing. Hey, that right there, suspect. That, come on now, no question. God, why would you not want me to? But have we ever thought that we're just looking at the door from the outside? We are looking at the opportunity from the outside. We're looking at the dressing of it from the outside. When God's saying, listen, you got the outside view. I know what's in there. I know the motives that are driving that opportunity. I know what's in there lying, waiting on you, waiting to devour you. Sin. Walking around like a lion, waiting to devour you. That's what the word says. See, God already knows what you don't. Do you trust him and love him, or do you just love him? You know, you got family members. Oh yeah, I love them, but I wouldn't trust them with $1. Right? Y'all know what I'm saying. You have love for somebody because of the length of time, the connection, the relationship, but you don't trust them. Let alone like them. But some of you are taking that feeling naturally that you have for some people, and whether you know it or not, you are taking it and putting that same feeling on God. Yeah, I love God, but I don't trust him right now. I trust me. I trust them that's trying to give me the opportunity. I trust them that's saying, hey, I got something for you. I trust them that's noticed that, listen, I don't have enough money to get through the day, and they saying, listen, man, let me get you some money in your pockets. Hey, I got a contract for you. Hey, listen, hey, man, this is sure thing right over here. You know, a lot of people don't know they've been scammed until the scam is done. You know, as we live in a day in a society of scammers, you know, you usually are unaware that it's going on until you've been beat, until the scam has been complete, till they've gotten everything they wanted to get. And yeah, during the scam, some scams are so elaborate that in the scam, you feel like you're winning. You feel like, man, this is a come up right here. And it's really the bait. It's the bait to get you drawn in more. It's the bait to pull you in more. It's the bait for you to give all you have. Yeah. I was giving you that a teaser. I was making you feel good, but that was just to get you comfortable. That was to get your defenses down. That was to get you to drop all lines of communication with God. Now, give me everything you got. Give me your heart. Give me your mind. Give me your soul. And why am I saying that? Because, see, when you've given them your mind, your heart, and your soul, then what do you have left for God? How are you able to not be conformed by the world and transformed by the renewing of your mind in him, in his grace, in his glory, in all of the things that he's brought you from? See, now you blaming God because you prayed and you thought God ordained that opportunity, and how could God let this happen? When you know, if you really paid attention, God was telling you that ain't it. God was showing you something, but because you didn't like how it looked, because it didn't look grand enough for you, because it didn't look big and shiny enough for you, you chose to not trust him. I just wonder how many times during the day, and I'm saying how many times during the day, that we're having conversations with people, that we're having thoughts about things and people, that we're doing and performing actions with people or without people. Do we stop and say, what would God think about that? I'm just believing that if we added that one simple question to our vocabulary, some decisions might be different. Some conversations might be different. Some of our actions might be different. Yeah, I guarantee it. Overseer guarantees it. If you just put that one simple question into your day, what would God think about that? What would God think about me doing that, saying that, thinking that, planning that? Would he be pleased with me? Would he call me patient? Would he call me kind? Would he call me loving? Would he call me generous? Would he call and look on me and say, you know what? Yes, she is a reflection of my image. Would he? See, I'm not saying you can't win because God is a winner. I'm not saying you can't be powerful because God is powerful and almighty. I'm not saying any of that because that is also in his image. But God ain't sneaky. God ain't treacherous. God ain't backstabbing. God is not unforgiving. God is not full of hatred. God is not selfish. Yeah, God is not selfish. If you can identify yourself of having some selfish tendencies right then and there, what would God think about that? Well, God ain't selfish, so it's not hard to come up with a conclusion of what God thinks about you being selfish. I think God would say, you know what? They're not being like me. That's not in my image. They didn't get that from me. You know how parents, and I'm almost out of here. You know how parents and your kids, you see your kids on something. They doing something, they part of something, and you like, where you get that from? You didn't learn that from me. I didn't raise you like that. You didn't get that out of this house. See, parents know, listen, oh, you picked that up somewhere else. You picked that up out there in the street with them little rackety friends of yours. Yeah. Who you been hanging with? Because you didn't learn that from me. You ain't never heard nothing like that happening here. You ain't never seen nothing like that happening here. Parents know. Because I've been showing you, I've been grooming you, I've been preparing you for better. What is that? What you doing? Where'd you get that from? Not from me. See, I can see our Father God, Jehovah, says the same thing a lot of times about the moves we make. Where'd you get that from? Where'd you hear that? Who taught you that? I didn't teach you that. I've never shown you that. Oh, you picked that up outside with them raggedy friends in the world. Oh, you've been conforming to the world again, huh? Oh, you just refuse to have a renewing of your mind, huh? Oh, you refuse to grip and just hold on to that grace and mercy and favor that I've shown you from time and time and time, that should have grown your faith, that should have renewed your mind from the last time to this time. Oh, I see what it is. You ain't been asking, what would my daddy think about that? Listen, I just wanted to have a conversation today. I just wanted to drop some jewels, but really, I just wanted to have a conversation to get your mind in a perspective of thoughts. That before I make a move, before I make a decision, before I jump out there, can I just stop just for a second and contemplate, what would God think about that? Hey, listen, make sure you subscribe, hit your notifications button, give me the thumbs up. Even on Facebook where you see it shared over, make sure you give me the love. Make sure you share it. Make sure you tag somebody. Make sure you evangelize the drip. Yeah. And don't forget, this Thursday, we will not have Bible study because Overseer will be hosting Thursday nights the pre-convocation revival. Faith and Truth, I need you in the building. I need you in the building this Thursday and Friday at New Grace House of Worship, celebrating the pre-convocation revival of Glory of Grace Covenant Network. Yeah, we got our first Holy Convocation this October, 10th, 11th, 12th. Make plans to get your greater. Come on. Hey, that's my time today. I'm going to see you on Wednesday, and I'll see you on Friday. But today, I got to go. I just want to say, like I always do, 1, God bless you. 2, remember, God is always walking with you. And the last part of that, you better never forget. He always will. God bless.